We're shaking, folks. Back with another reaction. Back with some more Fleetwood Mac. Once again, shout out to both Elyssia and Hand Solo. And yeah, we're going to listen to another tune from Tango in the Night, 1987. And the next tune is Isn't It Midnight? It feels like this fits with the overall theme, or at least image or concept of the album. Ultimately, midnight, it's the transition from night into early morning, even though I think people don't think about it as, the morning per se, but, when it gets to AM, that's technically morning, so it's a transitional time. Ultimately, if you're asking someone, isn't it midnight, maybe you don't have a time-telling device, maybe it's not even so much about precisely what time it is in a technical sense, but it's more about what is supposed to happen, at midnight or the next day. Ultimately, it implies the presence of at least two people. You're asking a question of another. I suppose you can rhetorically ask a question aloud that you're not expecting an answer to, but ultimately, I wonder what the essence of what seems like a question is in the title. So let's find out what I can pick up. This is Fleetwood Mac. The tune is Isn't It Midnight, and it's from the 1987 album Tango in the Night. I love the balance of this tune. It's like equal parts grooving rock track and atmospheric synth pop tune. Some absolute wailing on the guitar output. And then again, the atmosphere, the xylophone style synth. And now combined. Don't you dare fade out if we're still... Dude, the guitar, get out of here. See, this is crazy to me. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that this is not a hit tune from them, because I've never heard it by name when I thought of going into this deep dive. When I thought of their music, I was like, okay, so I know Dream. Hello again. So what I was trying to say is that I've never heard of this tune in the same breath as Dreams or some of their other major hits. But that's, like, in a way, I feel like it's a shame, because this is a fantastic track. A couple, like, major flavors, like, perfectly intersected and juxtaposed and then finally merged by the end. Some, like, really emotionally appropriate vocals. You know, they weren't, like, taking over the tune, but they were just sort of the right delivery. And then again, those male vocals, which I don't know who that was. Is it Lindsay? I don't know who does male vocals. I'm sure I've been told. I'm forgetting in this moment. But they were sort of like spoken deliver, but they still had a bit of like emotional gravity to them. And yeah, ultimately, I'm not quite sure what to make of it, but it sounds like, you know, that you remember the face of a pretty girl, a pretty person from across the world. Well, isn't it midnight? Is it a new year? And you're like thinking back to who and like where you've been, or like who you've been with and where you've been. Yeah, I couldn't really like stitch together what was happening, even if some of the phrases were intriguing. And that's in part because I was just really keyed in on the sonics, the guitar. I mean, the guitar, as it, you know, as it was going along, it started like riffing on what it was doing, so it kept like each new measure it would sort of like take the riff to like a new like level or add like a double time part. It was crazy. So really top tune. Absolutely enjoyed that. Let me know what you think of this one. I will see you next time. Peace.